What's up, superstars? Welcome to the Wrestling Divas podcast. I am your host, Lady Alpha, and this is my girl, Autumn. Autumn, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How about you?
Can't complain.
We
What?
got the star of the show.
Oh, yes. Hello, baby.
He thoroughly enjoys/loves apparently because I'm combining words. Being
Uh,
a part of this, he thinks he's
yeah,
a star. I guess he is. He is.
yes, he's beautiful. And apparently, we are not live. We are just recording.
Well,
Um,
that I guess.
so I will address that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, get
Oopsies.
that figured out. I knew I would mess something up because I've never done this before.
No, I don't. I mean, it's fine.
Anyway, for those of you who have been from the first episode on, you are going to see some more changes. As we learned last week, covering the weekly shows is not possible. And keeping, if we want to keep our show to an hour,
Yeah.
especially when we have um, PLEs to discuss, as we do this week for this episode. So we have changed the weekly show recap to something we're calling scuttlebutt, or for those who are unfamiliar with the term, gossip.
And I love the gossip.
Oh, basically, what we've done is we've taken posts made by our wrestling superstars, and we will discuss them and the implications or hidden meanings or whatever um, intrigues us most about those posts. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my words again. Figures.
Oh, you're fine.
Um,
I just tried to combine two words right in front of everybody. Like you're in good company.
right. Welcome to the madness.
Right.
Um, all right. So moving on to our scuttlebutt. Um, oh, there was something else I forgot to do. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that through the whole episode. Sorry, I forgot to add Autumn to the stage prior to hitting the record button.
It's
So
fine. It's fine. You just don't want me to be a part of this today.
okay, sure, whatever. Please, they would riot. Um,
No.
anyway, so our first post actually came from an IWC member, and I don't know where they got it. It's a now meme. It's been circulating around. Circulating around social media. That Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, CM Punk, and AJ Lee all used their costumes to share messages. Seth and Becky chose the colors for suicide prevention awareness, which September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Very fitting. And as a survivor, I am very grateful to them for that. And then CM Punk and AJ Lee chose to represent or pay homage to the LGBTQ, a community I am also a member of. So this match held a little bit more meaning for me in that regard than most of the others. So, what were your thoughts when you saw this, Autumn?
So I actually loved it. I know I don't enjoy Becky and Seth as characters, but I do think they're great people outside of the ring because of stuff like this. Like, it's important to bring awareness and you get to like remain human even though your characters are hated. And then I didn't notice those were the colors at first. Like I didn't know. So like they obviously brought awareness to something that I wasn't aware of. And then I did notice AJ's shoes. And I was like, huh. that's interesting. But I didn't like really pay much mind to it either. But yeah, I appreciate all four of them. I think they're great at trying to advocate for people and just keep everything real, even in the ring. They're sending a message.
I actually didn't notice at first either. I actually cracked a joke about when they came out in their purple overcoats that they looked like they were coming to Earth from Krypton or something. Because that's what I do. I tend to poke fun at their costumes, not to be disrespectful, just because it
Yeah,
tickles me, you know.
yeah,
Um, I do want to point out that I've been made aware of multiple times, and this is great. Those costumes are made for them by a friend of Becky's, so they are promoting her, which is another great thing. They're helping her career as a designer, and that's awesome. Um, but yeah, I knew about the colors, but I didn't make the connection. And I
yeah.
saw AJ's boots, but I didn't really make the connection that I didn't even notice that the flames were also a rainbow. I just, when she was laying on the mat and her foot was, or the sole of her
Yeah,
foot was showing, I was
yeah,
like, oh, look, she got rainbow on the sole of her feet.
yeah. That's what I noticed too. Like it didn't click.
Yeah. And then I noticed the flames later. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I want those. Because not only are they basically styled like Chucks, but they are rainbow, and
I
I'm all
think
for that.
I thought they were chucks, just like the long, like the high tops.
Well, I tend to steer clear of calling these style of shoes Chucks unless I see the Converse emblem.
Got you.
So I'm not aware of whether or not the emblem was there. I didn't notice it. So they may be Chucks, they may not. I just didn't want to claim that they
No,
were. So
understandable. I think some of them they like the Chuck Taylor symbol isn't on the shoe; it's like inside of it that says Converse. Because I've seen shoes like that in the Converse store before, so I'll have to look into it.
yeah, I haven't worn. Well, I have a pair of Chuck style. I can't afford Chuck Taylors. Come on now, they're very expensive, and but I do have a pair of pink Chuck style shoes that I like to wear. But again, usually for me, if I don't see the emblem, I try to not call them that.
Yeah,
So,
that's smart.
um, moving on to our next post. This one I found and was going to use it on a Divas soapbox type thing, but or segment. But since we've tried this scuttlebutt thing, this is the perfect place for this. Um, Ludwig Kaiser posted this last week, and all it is a picture of him, but it's got like raw all over the background, and then it says, "Keep your eyes and ears open." And I'm like, what is this about?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't remember. I couldn't remember and I forgot to look it up. Is he on Raw? Isn't he on Raw already? Or
I
was he
thought
on
he was.
SmackDown?
I thought he was on SmackDown, but I also don't remember because he's obviously not one of the Grande Americanos in Mexico half the time. So I really like I think
Oh,
I lost like sight of what he was actually on, but I feel like if he's making a big deal about this, then he's probably on SmackDown.
yeah. And then of course there was that was it I don't know if it was during I can't remember if it was during Raw or if it was during Wrestlepalooza. This is so sad. But there was a segment about Los Americanos. So apparently they've become a faction.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, with El Grande Americano and Tweedledee and Tweedledum. So this is what I've been calling them since they appeared. Because I don't really care for the commentators' decision of what to call them. So I'm like, they call them Dose and Trace or something like that, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to call him Tweedledee and Tweedledum, because that's I have the same reaction to them coming on the screen as I did Tweedledee and Tweedledum from the actual Alice in Wonderland movie. So it fits.
That's definitely fitting.
So, and I follow him. He posts a lot of interesting photos on Instagram. So, I follow him for that reason. And he has been posting an awful lot in Mexico.
Oh
So,
my gosh! Wow, so weird. What's he doing there? I actually don't follow him. I probably should.
um, well, yeah. I mean, I would. I try to follow as many as I can. We're going to have to if we do this segment.
Yeah, I started to follow more before. I used to have a rule where I wouldn't really follow like celebrities or people like that on Instagram because I wanted to like see my own friends' pictures. But I've since like started to get away with that, especially when I started to befriend people who were celebrities, like D-list celebrities, like stuff like that. So I'm like, well, I guess I can start following people I enjoy the presence of, and I don't mind him, so we can start following him.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't really. I haven't really had a lot of exposure to him. I mean, when I first started watching, he was coming out with Gunther, but
Yeah.
there really wasn't a whole lot. It was like him being in Gunther's shadow, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm liking that he has embraced this character and he's finally doing something on his own. He's getting his own attention. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what else they do with him going
Right.
forward, and very curious as to whether or not that means what I think it means. So all right, moving on to the next slide and adding on him to the stage.
I didn't even notice I wasn't in there. Whoops.
Whoops. Okay. So
Too busy chit chatting before, that's all.
now these were new developments because I grabbed this first one last night after Raw was over, um, because it tickled me. And it was a question that I think everybody was asking after his match with Rusev last night. Basically, JD says 2 belts and he can't hit him with either one. Some muchacho. So this to me screams that Dom is seriously becoming persona non grata with the Judgment Day and will soon find himself on his own.
Yeah.
Um, your thoughts on this post?
I agree with that, especially when I saw Finn come out. I'm like, oh no, he mad because Dom wasn't helping JD. I was like, it's never good if Finn has to come out when Dom should have been doing what Dom should have been doing. And of course, JD should be mad and poke fun at Dom. And I can see that going. He's Mr. Two Belts right now, right? So he's got a belt to defend in Mexico a lot. So I can see that this is the start of Dom leaving the Judgment Day or something. I don't know.
I was the fact that Dom actually arranged like,
Right.
arranged the match for JD against Rusev. Kind of like, you arranged it, dude. You should be in there, trying to help your dude. You got him into this mess. Help him get out of it.
He did what Dom does and got scared and was like, oh, the ref said I couldn't come in. Even though any other time he's distracting the ref and then sliding chairs in and
right.
But now he's seeing what Rusev can do. I mean, he like knew already. He was clearly already afraid, but he's like seeing what Rusev is capable of, and he's like, "Ooh, I don't know if this is a great idea." But I've said it for a while now. I think Rusev being in is what is going to cause like Dom to leave.
Yeah. I think they're going to push him out for this.
Yeah.
I really do think they're going to push him out. But I think it's time. I mean, he's the mega champion. He right now he's the intercontinental champion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's got a lot coming up for him. He's a lot of title defenses, like you said, and he's really big in AAA.
So big. They love him.
So I honestly, yeah, Rusev, I guess, is next to challenge him for that title, the Intercontinental title. That I think he will lose it,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so.
be focusing on being the king of the luchas, as he likes to
Yeah.
say.
Like this is giving me like a lot of people know, but not everybody. I have a whole wrestling storyline on Chat GPT for myself. And my character on there, she lost the match, lost her belt, fled to Mexico, joined the Luchas, and then like changed her name, changed her identity, got a mask, like all of the fun stuff. So like this is giving Cherry/Vanity Vice, but as Dom, and I'm like, this is a little weird how this is like I didn't write this story for Dom, but you would think I did.
You are gonna have to show me how to do that because you have so much fun with that. And all I do is get the trivia questions from it.
Oh no, I open a chat and I'm like, let's make me a wrestler. And then like my chat will give me like all these options. I'm like, option 3. And then I was like, no, don't like that. Option 2. And then we keep building because she's like, do you want to keep building? And I'm like, yes, I do.
Yes, I
Like
do.
4 hours creating this whole storyline. And then my friend Sarah, she's the one who created Cherry Vice, the name for me. And I just kept it because her Chat GPT gave us like alter egos and like what we should do one night. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me that because
Yeah.
all I got out of it was a picture that made of me dressed like a wrestler, well, a cartoon image
Yeah.
of me dressed like a wrestler, looking like Kathy Bates.
Oh, God.
So,
Um, that's a
yeah,
big
not
figure.
exactly something I wanted to pursue. But
Yeah, I get like I asked for the images, but I also have the like the worded storyline. So we'll just
Mhm.
work on your storyline.
Yeah. Well, Lord knows I could probably write a story of my own, but it would be nice for someone else to do the work for a change.
Yeah.
Um, and now for your favorite little item, Miss Chelsea Green
Yeah.
posted an advertisement for a new agent. She is accepting applications. And the qualifications are listed in her post. Hang on, I'll pull it up, see if I can read it off a little bit.
Some of them are TikTok duets, mirror selfies, something.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. So, about the role. As a Slagent officer, you'll play a vital part in protecting the president of the Chelsea Green fandom, i.e., Chelsea Green. Um, from threats such as, oh God,
I don't know.
tear her, government,
Maybe
and cyber attacks. You'll gather intelligence, analyze complex information, and work closely with our commander in chief.
Glamander in chief.
What you'll do, work closely with our international ambassadors, assess intelligence from our direct hers, become our lead scholar, collaborate with our Secretary of Slay, present findings clearly to our government. And this is what we're looking for. Uh-oh. Oh,
Oh,
did you see her?
I did. He wants to steal the show now.
That was Miss Lily coming to say hello.
I
No, no,
think
no.
that was her application submission
It
to
wasn't.
be a Slagent.
But she could pull it off,
Oh,
really.
for sure. Like I would.
Um, okay, so what we're looking for is strong problem solving skills when ordering Starbucks. I've never been to Starbucks, so that doesn't.
I was just there, so Chelsea Green, I'm your girl.
Excellent communication. Well, we already know I can't do that. Voice notes and emoji use.
Queen of
Um,
emojis over here. Like,
um, yeah, I use them, but I don't necessarily know what they mean.
that's okay. Just make up the
um,
meaning.
resilience under pressure when Wi-Fi has dropped.
Mm.
So no panicking, apparently.
Oh,
I'm out.
I don't live
Just
on Wi-Fi. I
um,
stay on that cellular.
my house has its Wi-Fi in the house. We don't have we yeah. So if that goes down, I'm really a mess.
Yeah, I
Um,
have this Wi-Fi, but my phone, if I'm like at my friend's house or something, I don't connect to their Wi-Fi. I know a lot of people do. My one friend, I've stayed with him for like 4 days, and he's like, "You never asked for the internet password." I'm like, "I didn't need it."
last two items here: ability to work collaboratively with disrespectful management. Any wonders who she's speaking of? And of course, what you said earlier, the strong selfie arm. Um, I take selfies, but I wouldn't say I have a strong selfie arm. I have a very short selfie arm, and I have to get a selfie stick to get any good pictures half the time. So,
I mean, you're willing to adapt, and that's a strength. You see a weakness, and you found a way around it. So,
yes, just gotta fix it. Gotta get okay. So, have you submitted your application, Miss Autumn?
of course, I did. One of the first things I did yesterday was make myself look presentable, and like sent in my picture and was like, "Hello, Chelsea Green. I would be the perfect agent. I am the selfie queen, but I'm willing to be the selfie princess next to her." So,
Well, just remember your sidekick when you get to go
right,
bask in greatness.
yeah, yeah. I'll bring you along. I'll be like, she has to come with me. Um, those are the rules.
I'll carry the fans.
Yes, I'm all for you. And you can hold our coffees when we have to like take on management.
True. Okay, I'm getting faster at this. Okay, cool.
Oh,
All right. I've already switched the slide for Wrestlepalooza, so
yeah.
we will get started on that. Um,
Wonderful.
I I know it wasn't what we were expecting overall. At least not me. So I'm going to let you start and give your assessment before I get into mine. So because I've already given it well, you did too. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But you go first this time.
Okay. Do you want me to just give my like overall? Well, we're not
Yeah.
breaking matches anymore, so
No, we are for the PLEs we will.
okay. Well,
But for the weekly shows, we're not doing that.
yeah.
So yeah, give me your overall, and then I'll go follow, and then we'll do each match kind of quickly,
Right.
not real too in depth, since we are both on a prediction show and a post show. So
Right. 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 So, like I said, if anybody saw on Saturday, I gave it an 8 out of 10 or like a B or whatever, and it's because I go in without expectations. People are like focused in on like, ooh, the surprises. Like I already know not to expect any of those. So I just watch and I'm like, ooh, this really like set the tone for me, or this really sucked. So I enjoyed it overall because it was the first PLE in a long time that I paid full attention to. And we know me and I have ADHD and I don't do that. So yeah. I had to pee so bad and I didn't. I was like, I can't even blink right now.
yeah, I really well. Yeah,
Some matches I could have, but
I'm inclined to agree, but again, I was expecting more. As much a hype as this show got, leading up to it. I expected, I expected a WrestleMania, well, kind of a WrestleMania type of event. Obviously, in one day instead of two. I expected lots of surprise appearances from former wrestlers, or maybe from other brands, or other promotions, I should say, like TNA. Maybe some from NXT come up. But that's the way it felt to me, that they were building it up to be a kind of like massive production like WrestleMania, or well, I would like to say Raw on Netflix, their debut on Netflix, but that wasn't even up to what I expected.
Right. Yeah.
I was happy to see that Pat McAfee returned, if it was for
Yep.
only that one show. I hope not, because I do love Pat.
I do
Um,
too. He's great.
but okay, moving on. Oh, okay. Leading up to the first match, I loved that John brought all those kids with him.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because he brought all those cute little mini Cenas with him out, you know, I expected that to be a kind of, well, hey, he's got all these kids. Surely he's not going to lose. But not only did he lose, he got annihilated. I mean, not from Nia Jax, not her move, but I mean, he got brutalized in that ring. And I saw several of those kids later in the audience crying,
Yeah, they were.
oh my God. I'm like, how can you do that to children? How? Why would you bring all of those children just so they can watch their hero get beaten to a pulp?
Yeah.
So yeah, and that match to me, while I did give it a 3, because my anxiety was elevated, I was angry with how short it was and how absolutely one-sided it was.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of hype. And that's my opinion about. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say it was the John Cena Brock Lesnar match. I think everybody, if you're a wrestling fan and you're watching, you
Yeah.
know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So was it 5 or 6 F5s?
I think it was 5.
That's why I thought I counted, and that's insane.
Yeah.
That's overkill to me. Your thoughts?
So, just like 2 seconds of going back to like people being disappointed about how this was like how it debuted on ESPN. I don't think it was a bad thing because it's going to suck people in if they didn't like wrestling before, couldn't watch wrestling, or haven't watched wrestling. They don't understand anything, so they may not have been disappointed. But I digress. This match, I don't know. I predicted that Brock would win, and when all those kids came out, I was like, oh no, Brock's gonna win. It is not gonna be good. And all these kids are out here, and that kind of just like solidified my like thoughts that he was gonna win, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I was just like, oh yeah, Cena's definitely not winning. They're making too much of a big deal of his entrance right now. He is not gonna win. But I don't mind that it was short. I'm probably gonna get like backlash or something. I'm not a Cena fan, so I don't care that it was short. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I think he's hilarious. I have watched so many videos of him, but in the ring, because I didn't watch during his reign, I don't have the same attachment that everyone else does. So now I'm just seeing him back here, and I'm like, I'm over the old wrestlers coming back type thing. So like, yeah. So I'm not attached to him. So
I understand that. I'm not a fan either. I mean, I didn't see him wrestle when he first came out. He's been doing it 23 years. Last I watched wrestling was 1993, 94. I'm guessing.
I was
Uh,
like 96, 97, and I was 5 or 6 years old. So, like, same thing.
Yeah, I couldn't. I had a favorite wrestler at that time, which was Kane. He's my goat, the
Yeah.
greatest of all time to me. My favorite. I watched him, but I couldn't hang on just for him because of the. Yeah, it was just watching it back then was just. Mm-mm. If you were a woman, I couldn't stomach it.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, moving on. Um, oh, what do you think about the new WrestleMania poster that came out with Brock's face on it? Are are you ready for him to come back for any stretch of time, or you think he should stay away?
Personally, I think all the old wrestlers who aren't currently active should just go away. But that has nothing to do with him personally or his controversies or anything like that. I want to see the young talent shine more than the old.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's one of my pet peeves too. Having all of these older wrestlers coming back in and basically stealing the spotlight from people
Yeah.
who are trying to earn it. You know.
Right.
Although I do appreciate them when they come back and their whole they're not chasing belts, they're just putting
Right.
people over, that I can get behind.
Yeah, like I'm okay with that, but also I don't know. I think it's just too many at like in a short amount of time. I'm like, why are we doing this? Like,
Yeah. See, I would have been okay with AJ Styles taking Dom's belt, but that's only because it was Dom.
oh,
Um, I,
what a hater. I would have been okay with it too, but because AJ's funny.
no, I have been Dominic Mysterio is the one that I have made fun of relentlessly since I started watching because he looks like he's 12 with a bad mullet and a cereal box prize for a mustache.
I need
Um,
to go back and search my own Twitter feed because I specifically called him Great Value Joe Dirt. Liv was oh god, I forget what I called Liv, and Rhea, I called her female Marilyn Manson.
why?
It's just a gothy thing, that's all. But like I was just coming in and that's just how I referred to them. I think I called Liv like off-brand Harley Quinn or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, no offense, because this is my girl, but actually, I think that I mean, if you wanted to call someone off-brand Harley Quinn, it would be more fitting to call Alexa that.
Yeah, but she wasn't around when I was
Right, I got
thinking.
it. Yeah, because she was off for a while.
Yeah,
So
but I only called Liv that because she had the like starstruck, Jesus, love struck crazy girl thing going on for Dom and like all of that. So like that's how that came to light. So like I've been making fun of him too, but that's been like I still loved him the entire time because I saw his greatness. One of the very few at the beginning there, not the beginning, but like when I started watching, no one really appreciated him or liked him, and now it's like turning.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, when you have to get past the appearance. I mean, well, I started watching NXT and then I was introduced to Alexis King. So now I'm like, okay, of all the, I pick on him now because he just looks freaking ridiculous. I don't know what he's got going on in his head, but it's way worse than Dominic. So yeah, and Dominic is starting to show that he's not a complete and total. Uh-oh,
Sorry.
was that you or me? I think
Um,
I think my internet's hiccuped or something. Anyway, um,
what?
so anyways, yeah, I'm okay with Dom if he wins. Or I mean, I'm okay with Dom now. I wasn't then. He's a great wrestler. I see a lot of potential in him, and I want to see where he goes with it. But I'm still going to pick on his appearance. That's just the way it is until he changes.
Yeah, that's fine. I pick on a lot of people's appearances, like in the ring, what they choose to wear, stuff like that. I'd say Seth is more of a diva than Becky.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I only pick on choices. That's clothing, hair, and
Yeah.
whatever they put on their face. I'm not. I don't pick on actual appearance or body shape or anything like that.
No, like
Um,
if it's something that they can't change, like you can change the ridiculous outfit you chose to wear.
yeah,
Like Seth
right.
came out looking like Big Bird. Or Al-
I,
what was he doing?
one of his, he had a big red, like fuzzy kind of jacket that he wore one week. I said, "Oh Lord, he skinned Elmo."
I think I
Um,
remember that.
Anyway, all right. We keep talking about this, and we're going to run out of time. So, moving on to the next match, which was the Usos versus the Braun Brawns. Um, I'm gonna let you take this one first.
Okay. Um, I was kind of underwhelmed. I didn't dislike the match, but I don't know, I didn't love it either. Um, I think LA Knight being the ref was a choice. It was definitely a choice. I wish he would have been the one to like come out and sabotage one way or the other instead of being the ref. Um, it went how I predicted it would. The Brons winning, which I went back and forth on originally. I wanted them to not wanted, but I had them then the Usos, and I went back because I don't know. I saw this as like more of a the the heels were gonna take over Wrestlepalooza more than anything. But um, yeah, I think that's really all I have to say about that because I didn't.
What
I don't,
did you give it for your anxiety rating?
I don't think I didn't rate any of these matches. I should have, but I didn't write them down for some reason. I don't know.
um, Understandable. I forget sometimes. It's new.
Yeah,
We're new. This is only
right,
our third
right,
episode. We'll
right.
get there.
I think I probably, in hindsight, just give it a 2 because it didn't do really anything for me.
Yeah. And see, I actually gave it a 4 because of my anxiety level
Yeah,
predominantly. I was not happy with the outcome, but because I really thought that this was supposed to be kind of a first match back. I know Jimmy and Jay have been with the company for a while. Have not been on an extended break or anything, but they were not. They have not been a tag team for a very long time. So that is kind of the new element. So I felt it would have been a better. It would have been better if they had won their first match back as a tag team. Um, but obviously, WWE had other plans.
yeah. I
Um,
also kind of sorry not to interrupt.
oh no, go ahead.
Um, I feel like them getting back together wasn't so much about them being a tag team again as it was creating a different storyline.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah. Although we see it as, yay, they're back together. We love them because I love them. But
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They're awesome. I absolutely love the rapport that Jay has with kids and Jimmy. I mean, I've seen Jimmy interacting with the young fans. And it's awesome. They're they're all about their fans, and I like that. I loved. I will say this about the Bronze. I don't dislike them per se, but they're heels, so you're supposed to dislike their characters. So that's where I'm at.
like the
I
heels.
I
What does
don't.
that say about me?
I'm a nice person. I like nice people.
Oh, I like menaces for some reason.
Well,
I
you
don't.
can be a menace without being a complete and total idiot.
Yeah, but
A
the
jerk about it, you know? I mean,
whole thing is just being menacing. So
I think,
it's fun.
well, LA Knight is a menace and he's not considered a heel
Yet.
yet. I know, but still. Anyway, their jackets, when they came out, those jackets,
Oh,
fire.
I loved them. I wrote that down. I said, "You Uso's outfits are fire."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, I was talking about the bronze
Oh, the
jackets, just the
Bron.
jackets.
Yeah, fair.
But the Usos outfits, they were killer too.
Yeah. I didn't really
Um,
have the Braun, so apparently they didn't have an impression on me. But I do like the Braun. Like I don't care about Bronson Reed so much. He's growling on me, but I have been a Braun Breaker fan since I've seen him. So,
did you see Jay's miss?
mm-mm.
Oh, well, aside from the chair incident, I was I giggle over mistakes. It's high energy situation. Mistakes are going to happen. You can't be on it all the time. Well, I forget who it was. I think it was Braun Breaker that was sitting down in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and Jay went to do his like running. I don't know the name of this move. I'd be wrong. Running hip or something like that. And when he got there and he went to like jump in with his hip,
Mm-hmm.
hit Braun in the head. He actually jumped too high and hit the top turnbuckle.
Oh yeah.
I was cracking up. I'm sorry. Um, I giggle at mistakes. It's just for me, it's all part of the entertainment. So,
Yeah.
but so like I said, I did give that match a 4 because I was on pretty much peak anxiety through the whole match. I really wanted the Usos to win because I love the Usos. So, um, moving on to my match of the night. I don't know about yours.
Definitely
Um,
mine as well.
Stephanie Vicaire, sorry, and Io Sky. This match was incredible.
Yes, it was.
It was oh my gosh. I gave it a 5. I'm just gonna say that right off the top. I gave it a 5 because when Stephanie won, I did yell and I clapped really loud. I didn't
I
jump up
do.
because I was having some pain, so I didn't jump up, but I did yell and clap and get excited. Um, because I have felt, and I have said this multiple times since she came up to the main roster, that it was her time. Let her have it, give it to her, let her run with it. Um, is so I was thrilled
Yeah.
because this was the right decision. She is incredible talent. She works so hard for everything that she wants, and she's earned it. I think she's definitely earned it. Um, Io, Io was she was on her game. She put up a good fight, and that bit that she did after the match was over, just Io is becoming one of like my heart favorite because she is so sweet and so respectful, and her little I don't know what to call it, but her bowing
Yeah.
and and
Yeah.
showing respect to Stephanie was an amazing gesture. It was an amazing gesture and something I would like to see more of um, from other talent too.
Yeah.
More of the respect between um, the competitors. It's just nice. It's a good feel good moment. Um, but, yeah, I was really 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 shocked when she kicked out of the SBB. Um, that was I thought she was done at that moment. I mean, she pretty much was, but she still kicked out of it, and that was really good. Um, so as we all know, Stephanie wins. She's our new WWE Women's World Champion. Your thoughts on the match, ma'am?
So this was the main event for me as well. Also gave it a 5. Um, I didn't jump up because I was already standing almost the entire match because I love Io. I was an early fan of hers because she is adorable. She has always been like congratulatory when somebody beats her, when she wins. Like she always hugs them and she's just so sweet. And she's amazing in the ring. And Stephanie Vicaire, also amazing in the ring, also very sweet, also a girl's girl. And I just saw this as like their equal skill, their equal wit. They could predict each other's moves. They kept it going. They were entertaining. They were kicking out when I didn't think they would. They just kept going. It was like endless energy, and I'm like, whew, like I'm in this. Like there's nothing that's going to top this feeling right now. And then
Totally invested.
yeah, and I made like a comment about how like this is a match I'm going to start showing people. Before, when I would try to get people to watch wrestling with me, I would put on Evolution. But now I'm going to send them clips of this match, and I've already done it. So like I'm already starting.
No.
Um, but yeah, I think I was gonna be happy no matter who won this one because I always love EO, but I knew, albeit her title reign was so short in my opinion, and they did her wrong, and they're not utilizing her character how I think they should. I see that they have other plans for her now after Monday, but yeah, I think Steph winning was a fabulous choice because she is amazing and everything with AAA and all of that. I think it was just a good choice.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Okay, our next match was the one that everybody was waiting for. Not everybody, just the AJ Lee fans.
Yeah.
Uh, CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I'm going to let you go first.
This match, I don't know. I think it was hard for me to get invested in this one because I was already so amped up with the other one, and then I just saw this one like dragging on in ways. And people had mentioned like AJ's rust in the ring, and I'm like, of course she's rusty in the ring. She hasn't done it in 10 years. They give her some grace. As we know, I hate submission holds. I despise them with a fiery passion. So this match could have been great, but now I hate it. Like I hate it so much. I'd still give it a 4, 3.5 maybe. But yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Seth and Becky would have won because I have better story ideas with that. But I knew that AJ being back was going to be her winning. And so I'm a little mad that I bet against it, but also like I also bet against John Cena, and look how that turned out for me. So
Right. We all, but well, not all of us. I think there was 5 of us that went Brock on my board. When I say that, I'm talking about my board because
yeah,
I like to have my own little contest that nobody
yeah,
wins anything. I just keep track of everything.
yeah. I think it was just me and Vinny that were like Brock's winning, and everyone's like, no, it's John.
Oh, there was a total of like 5, I think. Hang on.
Really? I just didn't from the one show we did.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was you, Vinny, Aaron, EC, and Stampede who
Uh,
all voted, or all chose Brock to win.
yeah.
Um, okay, moving. We're trying to move on quickly because apparently we're running out of time. Um, I give this match a 4 also. Um, the anxiety was elevated. I was expecting a different type of match. I was entertained. I was entertained by the match. But there was something that stuck in my craw, and basically it was just that Becky seemed to have so many opportunities to involve herself, to assault CM Punk when he was in their corner, um, and AJ didn't get the same opportunities. Um, and I'm okay with shenanigans and interference and all that kind of stuff to an extent. If she had done it once or twice, fine. But it was like every time CM Punk was in the corner, Seth would distract the ref and she would do something to him. And it started to get annoying to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my complaint about the match. But I did think AJ's Black Widow was pretty freaking wicked. Although I don't think that is an appropriate finisher.
Yeah.
because it's a submission hold. And I am also not a fan of matches being decided by submission.
Yep, I hate it. And I think like a part of that is because I watch so many just in one day. So it gets spaced out for everyone else. And I feel like people forget that, oh, that was a submission hold. Oh, they won by submission. Blah, 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 blah. I see it all at once. And now I'm just like, can you even wrestle? Come on, grow up.
I liked that the crowd was chanting for AJ. You still got it. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
like she's great. I I'm kind of taking your approach, and I'm not going back and watching anything from her from before. And I just want to see what she can do now. So
Yes,
I think
we
she's great,
will.
and I can see like I don't see the rust again. I don't know anything from before, so I think I don't know. Great things
Well,
are
we're noobs, so we're allowed to not know.
right.
Okay,
Even if I did know, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, she's rusty." I'd just be like, "Ooh, I'm not that athletic. Who am I to comment?"
okay, we are down to 10 minutes, so we're gonna run through these last bits here.
Yeah, you all know I can talk fast through history, so it's fine.
Um, okay, the big surprise, which wasn't really a big surprise, was Undertaker coming out and inducting Stephanie McMahon into the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm just gonna say we're happy for her, but this was not the kind of surprise that we wanted. I mean, it's great for her. Um, just it just wasn't a big enough surprise for this PLE. And I could be wrong. You do you agree?
I don't think it was a big enough surprise either. Like, congratulations, this is wonderful, great for you. Um, I just think there could have been more.
Oh
Like
yeah.
that didn't have to be on a PLE. I think that could have just been like a regular any night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I absolutely 100% agree with that. It should
And
have been on just a regular weekly series. You needed to really come hard with the surprises for a
like,
PLE.
like I just thought back to like WrestleMania when Stone Cold Steve Austin came out. Like no one expected that. At least I didn't. And so like that was exciting. And then I don't know, this wasn't.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It was anticlimactic. I mean, I clapped because it's good news and she deserves it.
She does deserve it.
But yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't PLE material for me.
Yeah, I agree.
The last match of the night: Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Um, I gave this a 3, and I'm being generous because it really didn't hold my attention. Um, I initially thought Drew was going to win, but I caught a couple of things the night before that that made me change my mind. Um, I'm happy that I did change my mind and that Cody won. I'm just I was underwhelmed by the match. Um, that's pretty much it, I guess. Like you said, I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
They saying Cody was off his game, and I think that felt pretty accurate.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
Yep. Drew got robbed. um, had I watched SmackDown before this, I would have changed my mind, but I was at work, so I couldn't, and I didn't get caught up until Monday, I think. Monday is when I finally got to watch that SmackDown, and I would have changed my mind too. I normally don't bet against Cody anyway because he's one of my favorites. Like he is the superstar that made me enjoy wrestling a lot because of how he is with the kids. Really, that's what sucked me in for Cody. But I thoroughly enjoyed Drew because he's also a menace. But yeah, he got robbed. I saw like after that Cody wanted Drew to strip him of the title, and I'm like, why don't we do these fun things that are unexpected? Because this is dumb to keep like being predictable makes me start losing interest, and then I'm gonna stop wanting to watch.
Right. I get that. I do get that. Um, I lost my train of thought. Yeah,
Yep.
I hope that I honestly, it's time. They need to do something with Drew.
Yeah,
Um,
they
it,
do.
they do. He deserves better.
Yeah.
I will agree with that.
He and LA Knight.
Yes, both of them. They do. Yeah, hopefully we'll see some changes in the coming year, but
Hopefully.
big ones because those two really need deserve to have their moment.
They do.
Um, and now I'm going to turn it over to you for our running back segment. So, wow us or educate us, I should say.
Yes, education. So I chose this week to cover Lucha Libre. No surprise, really. I think because I love the luchas, but yeah. So let me get my notes up. Um, Lucha Libre. It began in 1836. Enrique, I'm gonna butcher it, and don't come for me, but Enrique. I'm not even gonna try the last name. Like Yugatekia, Yugatekia. Um, he brought the Greco-Roman wrestling fundamentals to Mexico, and it ended up having the distinguishment between the Greco-Roman wrestling and Mexican wrestling by the mask. However, that being said, the first masked wrestler was not a Mexican; he was an American. He's Cyclone Mickey. He started out in Texas. I didn't really gather if he was successful there or if he was unsuccessful, but he ended up trying his luck in Mexico and became very successful there. So, um, and ended up having the mask be a big part of Mexican wrestling. Currently, the current day masks are inspired by like the Aztecs because Aztec warriors used to used to wear face paint during war that would mimic a jaguar or a coyote. So now it just allows the wrestlers to express their personalities and still portray Mexico. Um, Also learned that there are two groups of wrestlers, the rudos and the technicos, which just means rude and technical. So basically heel and face. So as you imagine, the rudos are the heels. They play the edge of the rules. They like to push things. And then the technicals, they are the ones known for their acrobatic moves and their impressive skills and their fighting with honor. And yeah, so Mexican wrestling, we know, is just about like the risky landings, the acrobats, the culture, the bringing the people together. It's very like important in Mexican culture. The families go, they talk their their shit. They just say whatever they want. They watch their little soap opera. They watch people get beat, and I think that this is why I like lucha libre so much because it's what I want in wrestling. But I learned like just from being around like people with like Mexican lineage that like there's so much wrestling in their cinema and their music, their nightlife. It's like part of their identity, and I love it. And like the masks you can buy as souvenirs, like they're very popular. And I want to go to Mexico City and watch a match or two and have fun and use my bad Spanish and drink some tequila.
We are still learning.
I just did my Duolingo. Okay, I'm getting better. I notice when I'm drunk, my accent is much better, and I can roll my R's, which I cannot do otherwise. So I just have to do it when I'm drinking.
Yes, I'm okay. Um, so I so I take it you are drinking for the birthday episode. Um,
I might be drinking the entire day. We don't know.
yeah, probably.
I'll be off for like 5 days. Like I might just be drinking the whole time. I don't know. I do not have a problem. Let's preface with that.
We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes before we close out. Was that it? Was
Yeah,
that
that's
all?
all. You can
Okay.
go on now without.
Yes. In honor of her win,
We
um,
did not plan this, by the way.
no, everything's, it's Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong will. And if I'm leading the charge, then it's going wrong. Okay.
No, no.
So I chose Stephanie Vicaire to in honor of her title win over the weekend. Um, real real name is Ana Stephanie Vicaire Gonzalez. She was born March 29th, 1993 in San Fernando, Chile. Um, she is the first Chilean and South American to compete and win championships in CMLL, NJPW, and WWE. The third Chilean to compete in WWE after Alejandro Saez and La Catalina. Stephanie made her professional wrestling debut at just 15. Like she became a professional at 15.
That's amazing.
That's no.
Especially your first language.
I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Well, no, I did. I wanted to be a singer, but I wasn't even trying to be a singer at 15. I
Yeah.
would just perform around, locally.
I wanted to be an actress at 15, and look at me now. I'm a nurse. And
Right?
I do act there. I act like I'm nice, so I guess that's still in line.
I could win an Oscar for the number of times I pretended to be okay.
There
When,
we go. Yeah.
you know? So I think we all have a little bit of actress in us. um, okay, so she made it her debut February of 2009, but documentation does not begin on her career until August of 2010, where she wrestled under the ring name the Dark Angel,
I
which
love it.
she still carries that moniker today.
Yeah.
At 19, she moved to Mexico and received training from wrestlers Ricky Marvin, Ultimo Guerrero, Villano the Fourth, and here's a name that might sound familiar: Gran Apache.
Hmm.
Yes, it is Bobby's dad.
I had a feeling it could be.
Um, yeah. Okay. Around that time, I forgot to write down the date. Somewhere between 2010 and her move to Japan um, for wrestling, she had a triple nose fracture that threatened her career. She
Mm.
was gone from wrestling for 2 years, waiting tables to survive. Um, which they all, when they chase their dreams, they have these kinds of backstories where they work average Joe jobs to survive, to pay for their training, to pay for their gear. And
Yeah.
she actually tried. I guess I heard, she said in an interview that she tried for WWE first and was rejected. So she spent the next 10 years. Um, okay, so if it 10 years, when she, mm, trying to think when she went to WWE. Hang on.
2004 for 2024.
Yeah, 2024. So 10 years. So 2014, roughly. So 4 years after she actually started, after she moved, or 5 years after she started, and then 4 years after she moved to Mexico, I guess. Um, so anyway, apparently, obviously, thank God, she's returned to the ring in 2018. She debuted in Japan Wrestling for only 5 matches, though. I mean, she did 5. I say only 5 matches, but she did 5 matches within like a 30-day period, maybe 60, almost. Which is nothing to sneeze at. You've seen the matches.
Right.
Then she joined CMLL in August of 2019 and became the first South American wrestler under CMLL. And she was there for 5 years before leaving for personal reasons, vacating her women's title and her tag team title in the process. But she bounced around quite a bit. She was at New Japan Pro Wrestling, or NJPW, from 2023 to 2024. She did brief stints at Revolution Pro Wrestling in 2024 and All Elite Pro Wrestling, or Wrestling AEW, in 2024. And then she joined WWE in 2024 and debuted July 13th, 2024 on NXT. Carried or won the the North American champion and the NXT Women's Champion. She actually held those titles simultaneously. She is the first woman to defend 2 titles in a single night successfully, I should say.
Yeah.
Successfully defended both titles in a single night, which is very impressive. Then she moved up to Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania. I couldn't find a date on that. I should have dug deeper. I know I could have figured it out.
That'd be like April 21st or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I didn't dig deep enough. But I could have figured it out. But the Raw after the WrestleMania was her first actual appearance on the WWE main roster. She won Evolution's Battle Royale, which is how she earned her title match. And she is now the current and brand spanking new Women's World Champion under the Raw brand.
Yay!
Okay, now we are almost 10 minutes past the hour. Jeez Louise, we will get this.
It's okay. It's not like it was last week.
Yeah, not 2 hours.
15 minutes.
We are at our brain buster. Hang on.
Oh yeah, we also said we were going to do this different too.
Yes, we are doing it different since we accidentally ended up with another recorded episode. We are going to utilize Big Mike's suggestion, and the question will be asked, but the answer will not be given until next week at the start of our episode 4. And I think it'll be the first episode without a PLE to talk about, so we may be able to keep it within the time constraints.
Yeah.
All right. So our question this week is, which WWE superstar became the first ever undisputed WWE champion by unifying the WWF and the WCW World Championships in 2001? So I know the answer. I'm not giving it. We're gonna let the audience answer that.
Yeah.
And we'll reveal the answer to that question at the opening of our next show.
Yeah.
And that pretty much concludes our episode for today. Yeah. So Miss Autumn, you want to tell them where they can find you when you're not here?
You can find me on Tuesdays here at the Divas Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.
You reverse it.
Wrestling Divas. They're so different on everything that I can't keep anything straight.
Right.
You know what? You guys are watching on YouTube. You can find me here. I don't need to tell you where to find me. You're already
Yeah, that's true. They found the episode, so they know that you're here on Tuesdays.
I'm here on Tuesdays at 6. Just come hang out.
Okay, social media. What's your social media?
Social media is Outline Bling on Twitter and Instagram. That's really all I'm active on at this point. So you can find me there or don't. Whatever you want.
Awesome.
I'm just kidding. You should. I'm awesome.
Yes, she is. She really is. She is a hoot and a half. Love her to pieces. And anyway, me myself, I again, you can find all of our socials for the podcast and our bio. I'm still working on becoming active on those social media accounts. But for me personally, you can find me on X at Lady Alpha KK. That's really the only place I'm active. I do have Instagram and I do share stories, but those are just mainly for me. Um, just share, things that I find interesting. I don't really care. Notice if anybody looks or likes or anything.
Yeah.
It's just doom scrolling for me, basically.
Honestly, same. Following wrestlers, so we can talk about them.
So, thank you, everybody. I know this has been kind of a headache and a bumpy road getting started. Thank you for hanging in with us. We are still a work in progress, as you can tell. With this was supposed to be our first live episode, and apparently I messed that up. So
I'm a boomer with technology. You did better than I could ever. So
I will get that worked out, and next week's episode will be live. I swear. I swear I will get it figured out. I have a whole week. I will get it figured out. But thank you for hanging in there with us, for commenting, for following, subscribing. Please like this video, share it, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And hopefully, while we will eventually be able to produce a consistent product here.
yeah.
That being said, I'm Lady Alpha. This is Autumn. See you next week.